it's not always drugs. We have numerous of people that are out there and no drugs are involved. These are mothers, fathers, no drugs are involved. We have some people that actually go to work. Some tents are back in the woods in Albany. We have different sets of woods all over Albany. You got people that live back there. We got people that live, night by night in hotels. If someone give them some money to get a room or they go pay for the room for them.
Why do you video so many of the stories and so many of the outreach?
Well, we video.
Welcome to the 1334 podcast. Today I have Junie Turner from the People Helping People of Albany. They do homeless outreach here in Albany, Georgia, and this episode is one you're not going to want to miss. How is it possible for someone to walk past a person who's hungry and still see themselves as a compassionate person?
It's hard to do that. Someone that is hungry and you see them, you, me, or anyone, you got to have compassion somewhere to, if not only give them some food, give them maybe $1 or 50 cents. Maybe they can get some crackers and a soda or water or something. It's just impossible to do that. And in the line of work that we do, we have compassion, just period. We meet people where they are.
Do you think people have become desensitized to it?
Yes, I do. I think they have. We did an experiment one day, and we were actually sitting in front of a store, and we wanted to see how many people would walk past the lady that was sitting there asking for only some change, and she was in front of a dollar store. So she said, "Could you give me some change so I could go ahead and buy me something to eat?" And so many people walked past her, or they turned around and said, "I don't have any money," or "I don't have no change." And some people walked past and just act like they did not see her. And she was right at the door, so you had no choice but to see her.
Yeah.
Yes.
How did you get started in this?
Well, we actually got started from family members that went through something like this, and it was in the same family as homelessness, and they had mental health issues, and they would leave home to go out to live on the streets. And it was something that we didn't understand, but after going out doing the outreach, we saw that it's just not a home that they're only missing. It's something else that they're missing. So we opened up our heart to understand what they were going through. We wanted to listen. Mm-hmm. And we let them tell us their story. And by them telling us their story just stuck with us, and we decided to keep going. It was no reason to actually give them something, a few dollars, and stop.
Yeah.
So, we honor this to anyone that has suffered from a crisis like this, and we got to keep going.
Do you see a lot of the same type of story, similar stories?
Yes, we see a lot of the same stories a lot. Sometimes day to day. It might be someone that's suffering from mental health issues. It might be someone that had a great job and they lost it. It might be someone that has issues with their family or their family passed. Some family members, all the family members that they had that would support them, they passed on. So we have some of the same stories, but they're just different individuals.
Yeah. I think a lot of people just assume that it's drugs.
Yeah, we get that a lot too, but it's not always drugs. We have numerous of people that are out there and no drugs are involved. These are mothers, fathers, no drugs are involved. We have some people that actually go to work.
Wow.
But they're homeless.
When did homelessness become something that people hardly even notice? I know for me personally, I drive a lot, and I'll take the same exit every day, and I see the same guy at the same time every day. And you see nobody stops for him. Nobody says anything to him. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, I've been taking the same exit for a year now. And I saw just yesterday where I finally saw one car give him something.
Well, it goes back to compassion. You have to have compassion somewhere in your heart to actually stop and give anybody $1, help them with a flat tire, anything. And it doesn't just have to be homelessness. It could be that they need help.
Yeah.
So it goes back to people helping people.
Yep.
And that's helping each other. Mm-hmm.
Where do you think the culture in general has lost that? Because, I mean, you used to see where you need flour and you walk over to your neighbor's house and you get some. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But now it's hardly even know your neighbors. Our circles have gotten smaller, yet our phones have allowed us to see everything, know more, and have access to knowledge at our fingertips, but we don't know the guy next to us,
Yeah, and I think that comes from everybody being somewhat self-centered, if you want to say that. Some people are self-centered, or they're thinking about self, their immediate self. My family, my kids, my grandkids, that's it.
Yeah.
This is my family. No, we're all family. And we supposed to help one another. It didn't only happen back in the days. It needs to still happen now.
Yep.
So if everybody get a hold of it and catch the fire or the flame and say, I'm going to help you, and then you help me and we help the next one, I think we can get back to that. I really do.
Is that your vision for Albany?
Yes, it is.
Southwest Georgia?
Yes, it is. That's the vision. Everybody get back to it.
When did this vision start?
It started actually about 6 months ago. And legally, it started 6 months ago. But I've seen this vision before then, but I just didn't know how we were going to get there.
Yeah.
But, after praying about it and asking God for the answers, God said, go out. Y'all go and do the work. Mm-hmm. And we going and doing the work. As they say, boots on the ground. We going out there and we got boots on the ground.
Yep.
We have to go out there where they are and meet them where they are. We can't go out there and criticize them. Mm-hmm. We have to go out there and let them know we're here to help. We want to help you. How can we help you? What do you need the most? And if they say it's water, it's gas, it's whatever, $1, $5, a burger, we got to do it.
Yep. How are you seeing this transpire the most? Is it because I know I saw you have the one video where there's guys in tents camped out, but I know just the other day you guys were driving downtown. Like, how is this happening the most? Is it the people that are just without a house, still going to work, living a relatively normal life, or is it more so the guy begging on the side of the corner at the intersection,
Well, no, it's not just the guy that's at the corner or the female that's at the corner. They're everywhere. They're not only in the tents that you see. Some tents are back in the woods in Albany. We have different sets of woods all over Albany. Mm-hmm. You got people that live back there. We got people that live, night by night in hotels. If someone give them some money to get a room, or they go pay for the room for them. We have people that sleep on bus stop benches, the local bus bench in that little cubby. They sit there and sleep. So it's everywhere. And we just go wherever they are.
Yeah. A huge thank you to Flint Heating and Cooling for their partnership with 1334 and this podcast. They do everything, heating and cooling, for air conditioners to commercial units, ice makers, everything. If you need help, give them a call. I see a lot of people talk about how, well, if you'd stop helping all these people, they could go get a job. They could go get whatever they need.
Right.
But, I mean, I haven't gotten to where I am without help from other people, you know?
Absolutely.
It's not just pull yourself up by your bootstraps and make it, you know what I mean?
Yes, yes. And it's not that. And it's not as simple as just go get a job. It's some people that are able to go get a job. It's some people that are equipped to do whatever it is the job is asking of you. And you have people that are not. And that's just that. You know, we have a government that will help take care of them, but they got to get to the point to where they have to get the assistance. So you have a process. So that takes a while.
You're good.
I'm good. Okay. Yes, that takes a while. So
I think a lot of people just assume that I don't know, that I just see a lot of different stuff online from, oh, well, they're just taking welfare checks, and they're also, you know, trying to, oh, they make $1,000 a day panhandling it, or, oh, they just want the money for drugs or whatever. And a lot of people realize that, or forget to realize that there's people that outside of this situation quite literally can't live without support from other people. Like there's an organization that I have done some work with. His son is, I believe, 28, but he has autism, and he's like mentally maybe 2 or 3, and he literally wouldn't be able to do anything by himself.
right.
And there's still people like that who may not have, you know, capable parents still, you know?
Absolutely.
Everyone's got a different place in their own life, and I think it's really easy to forget that all the numbers you see, the statistics you see for homelessness, is every number is a story.
Yes, it is. And that's the thing. You have people that look like me and you. They're not able to go to work because of their mental capacity. That's just it. And like I said, you know, it started with my family member. He was able to go to school and go to college, but when he got older, seems like things started taking a turn. So then he was not able to do that. He could not work. And he tried to, but he couldn't. He couldn't stay on a job because his mental capacity started declining.
Do you think the homelessness crisis is more of a housing issue, a relationship issue, or do you think it's something deeper?
I think it's something deeper, because even if you came out and you saw them in the tents is kind of set up like, in some areas, like a housing community, but it's actually a tent community. So I think it's something deeper than just the housing community when it comes to homelessness. I think it's something deeper than having a house, because remember I said someone walked away from a house to go and be out there with the homeless community and live amongst them.
Yep. I had a friend of mine one time say, it sounded so simple, but she said, where you are, there you are. And the more I thought about it, it's like, whether you have a house, whether you live in Georgia, whether you live in Wisconsin, wherever you live, there you are.
Yes.
Whatever's going on in your head, there you are.
Yes.
You're on vacation, there you are. You're at work, there you are.
There you are. Yes.
And it's so, it's such a good reminder too, because it's like, just because somebody, so many people see a tent and they're like, it looks bad for the community.
Yeah.
Without realizing that, well, that's, you could be there.
You could easily.
Mm-hmm. The right, especially if you don't have your, what do they call it, nest egg or whatever.
Yeah.
Your emergency fund.
Yes.
It's like, well, what happens if your house is flooded? You know?
Right.
And you don't have a family to turn to, you know?
Absolutely.
Everybody's one disaster away from being in a situation somebody else.
Yes, just one. You could miss one paycheck. You could hurt yourself and miss one paycheck, and it could cause you to be homeless.
Yep.
We had a lady to tell us that. She got sick and she couldn't go to work and she didn't have the insurance. She didn't have none of that to back her. So she's homeless.
Yep.
No support at all.
Man. Is there a story that stands out to you the most?
Yes. Well, probably 2 or 3, but it's one that stands out the most, yes. And that would be one of the guys. He's a veteran. He's an Air Force veteran. And, you know, the military takes care of the veterans. And he chose to be there. He said, this is home. This is my family. He said, I can't leave them. He said, if I go somewhere and they want to take me, anybody want to take me and help me and put me somewhere, they have to all come with me. And that was the community that they all was living in at the time. And it was probably about 7 or 8. So he said they would have to come as well. He said, it's my family.
How does it feel to see these stories unfold in front of you?
You kind of have to have strong, hard, thick feelings sometimes. And I have a soft spot as well. And when I first came out, I used to cry. But now I don't cry as much in front of them because I want them to know that I'm here to help you and lift you up. We came to lift you up. We don't want to, make you cry because we're crying. Sometimes I save all my tears for when I get home. But when I'm out there, I try to be really tough to let them know, we're strong and we want to help you guys. I regardless of if it's just a charger box for your phone or a phone cord or something to eat or some water on these extremely hot days, whatever it is, we want to try to assist you and help you, resources and all. But, I just save my tears for later.
Why do you video so many of the stories and so many of the outreach opportunities, from handing food out from the back seat? Why do you video so many of those?
Well, we video to let people know what's really going on. And when we say wake up Albany, we really want Albany to wake up and be aware of what's really going on around here. Because this stuff is going on right here, behind us, on the side of us, in front of us. And like I said, it's hard for us to just walk past this and see this and not do anything. I'm glad my job don't consist of pulling up on these people and telling these people, you got to move, pack it up, you got to go, get out of here. I don't want to be the one to evict them, because how can you evict somebody that's homeless? You can't evict no one that's homeless. So I want to be the person that try to help them, not hurt them, because they already is, they're at the bottom, they're at their last. So I don't want to hurt them. I don't know what they feel like.
Have you had people say anything along the lines of they're just videoing it for, I've seen it with like the stuff Mr. Beast has done when he first
Yes.
started, where, oh, you're just giving out money for views.
Yeah,
You're just giving this
yeah.
out for views. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're just
Yes.
trying to get clout online. Where
Yes,
it's like,
yes.
well,
Yes.
it's the only way to get funding.
Yes, right. And then, but they say that, but they really don't know. If we don't show you, how would you know? We have so many people that has told us, we didn't know people lived in the woods here in Albany, Georgia. Yes. Just about every set of woods, where you pass by where woods are, somebody has created a path and they live up in there. Imagine that. Imagine staying out there with them one night. So that's why we want to show everybody and let everyone be aware of what's really going on. Mm-hmm. Maybe it would change the heart and let some compassion come in.
Yeah.
Maybe. Just maybe.
It seems like a lot of people have been voting locally for themselves, for roads and potholes, without thinking about, the actual community at risk.
Yes, yes. And I feel like this is something that definitely need to be on there. And I'm not just speaking on the other places that they have where you could go and pay $5 or $7 or $8 or $10 for the night. I'm not talking about that, because some of these people that you see on these videos, they don't have $1 or $2 to pay to stay anywhere. Mm-hmm. So I really do think that we should vote on something as far as creating a community for them.
Yep. I think we need more legislation written towards. So the government writes these grants for nonprofits, and the biggest complaint I have about nonprofits, because 1334 is a nonprofit, and all I do is create media for nonprofits, and so much I get is, well, the government's giving out all these grants for all these people that aren't doing anything, for profit, not, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And it's like, it breaks my heart, because there's people like you guys who are actually taking the money, hands and feet, going out and doing the thing, and actually showing people that you're doing it.
Yes.
And then you have there's this one organization in California, they got like hundreds of millions of dollars in grants, and the CEO makes like $250,000 a year. It's like, dude, you need to be taking this money and actually using it when the first 60% is all salary.
Right.
When you could, maybe not easily, but you could fix a lot of the homelessness with a couple million.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. If it's just, hey, building a complex or some type of unit where they could stay for a month or 2 months just to get off of the ground.
Yep.
Get off of the ground. And during that 2 months time, I feel like they can take some classes, financial literacy classes, learn about employment if they're able to work. But if they're not able to work, still be able to have them in some type of housing where they could live and receive their benefits, and they don't have to be outside.
Mm-hmm. It was 105 yesterday.
Yes.
And I worked in it for a few hours.
Yes.
But I didn't live in it.
Right. Imagine living in it.
I got to turn the AC on in the truck.
Right. Right. And we received a donation of a couple cases of fans, but they run off of batteries because they don't have any electricity. So imagine having that fan on all day. Mm-hmm. It's going to go dead probably in 3 hours or 2. But just think about that. 105 degrees.
With a fan.
With a fan that runs off batteries.
In a tent. It's
in a tent.
Just a sauna.
Yes, and it's going to draw heat as well. Absolutely.
What's a story that reminds you that homelessness is not just a statistic?
one of our stories. The veteran. The veteran. We have several veterans, but the Air Force veteran, his story really reminds us that it's just not that. It's just not a statistic, because he has a few choices, and some of the choices are great choices.
That's his family.
Yes, that's his family. And secondly, if you went back to his story and you read through the thread, you could actually see his daughter there talking. And she's a great young lady. And she has a business in Atlanta, Georgia, that caters to not only homeless, but veterans, people that are experiencing crisis as well. So she helps. And she's offered, but he has to bring his family along. And it would be like me or you, someone saying they're going to help us, but we are bringing 8 people with us. 8 people or 10 people. And we can't say leave them, because when you consider people family, it's just what it is. It's family.
After all the people that you've served, what has this taught you about human nature?
I feel like love and compassion is basically what it says it is, and it's what you do about it. If I tell someone I love them, I got to be willing to help them if they need help. And it has taught me that love is love, because some of these same very people that you see on the video, now that we're around them a lot and we help them, they tell us a lot. I love you. And I say I love you too, because I do. And it has taught me more about love and compassion.
Jesus said, love God, love people.
Yes. And they tell me, I love you guys. And we tell them we love them because it's real.
Mm-hmm.
They just needed a little boost off, or a little push, or a little nudge, just to help them along the way sometime. And you never know. We might just have been the people that were supposed to come by and help them at the time, to lift them up. Now that they're lifted up, they got a little more energy. They can actually say, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. They don't, they just want a little love. That's all. And helping somebody, you're actually showing them love.
Yep.
You really are. And that's what I learned.
There's a quote, I can't remember it exactly, but it says something along the lines of, you can't listen to what someone says, you have to watch what they do.
Yes.
Someone says that they are kind, but every time you see them, they're speaking negative about somebody.
Right.
They're not kind.
Right.
You have to watch somebody's actions.
Right.
You say you love the community, and every chance you get, you're gone.
Right.
You buy everything on Amazon. It's like,
Right.
well, do you?
Right.
You say you love everybody, but then you only speak to the 3 people you know. Well, do you?
Right. And it goes back to an act of kindness. You can't just say, I'm going to do an act of kindness. You actually have to show that.
Yep. I don't believe everyone's necessarily called to the exact same types of ministry. But that being said, if somebody feels compelled to help you guys, how could they help? Do you have an Amazon wish list or a donate link, or can they come volunteer with you guys? how do you need help right now?
Well, we need help as far as volunteers on our large days where we feed the community, because we go to different locations. So we need volunteers to be willing to go to these different locations and pass out food. We also have a GoFundMe link. We have a Cash App link. So we do receive donations. We receive clothing donations. And we need help with referrals. As far as we partner with other organizations, but we need referrals to kind of help with some of the ones that's able to work. We need referrals for that. We need someone that, maybe can volunteer some hours that works in social work that can help us kind of get where we need to be with these people. So, yeah, that's about it.
Well, thank you for your time today.
Thank you for having me.